Welcome to Thyroid and Autoimmune Revival. I'm Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health, and I'm a holistic health coach that specializes in thyroid and autoimmune healing using natural health solutions. So if you caught my episode from last week, you would have learned a lot about oxidative stress and the impact that toxins have on this. So this week, we're going to learn about reducing that toxicity and why it's so important. So reducing toxicity in the body is really important to the liver, the gut bacteria, your blood, and the cells of your body. Now, if you remember from the last episode, cells create antioxidants. And if you have too much toxicity in your cells, you are not going to be doing that effectively. And you're going to get this imbalance of free radicals and antioxidants. So this is how you get oxidative stress. So the liver becomes overburdened, as I discussed last week. It becomes overburdened, it hangs on to toxins, chemicals from our lifestyle, and it hangs onto them to stop us from being poisoned by it. These toxins also sit in the cells of our body, our bloodstream. When the blood goes through our liver and passes through the liver, it picks up a lot of this toxicity, and it's got to be pumped up by the heart to go around the rest of our body, and our heart has to use that blood. So it ends up thick. This is where you get your high blood pressure, heart palpitations, all of these things. So reducing toxins is really important if you have high blood pressure or mystery heart palpitations. Heart palpitations are one thing that takes a long time to get rid of for a lot of people with this condition, because people don't know what causes it, and it's actually coming from the liver. Same as blood pressure. Your blood isn't oxygenated enough because it has this toxicity in it, and it doesn't create enough oxygen in the blood. So then when it's going up to the heart, you're not getting oxygenated enough. So many toxins can cause illness and prolong our healing. So when we start, healing, and we go to experts for help and they give us a cleanse to do, 99% of the time the cleanse is nutrition-based only. Here you go. Eat clean for 6, 8 weeks, 3 months, whatever the time frame is, and you should start to feel a bit better. I cannot stand that kind of a healing protocol. One, there should be no time frame. Eating healthy should be a daily practice. It should be something that you do all the time because it is good for your health, not just a matter of weeks to drop a few kilos here and there. The weight loss is not what's important here. It's the toxicity. It's getting to eat the right foods, adding in foods that are going to help heal your body. So doing a cleanse, a so-called cleanse for a few weeks, is not going to do much for you. You might feel a bit better for a few weeks, but over time you will start to come back to, having no energy and all these things, because it's like the theory that I always say, it's like filling up a bucket with holes in it. If you are only going to do the nutrition and call it a cleanse and not reduce toxins or anything like that, you're going to be just filling up this bucket with holes, and you're going to be pouring water into it. It's going to be draining out eventually, and eventually the bucket's going to end up empty. It's the same thing with your body. You cannot just eat clean for a few weeks and expect to heal. It's not going to happen. So if you contact somebody, a practitioner, or you go to a practitioner and that is what they give you, walk straight out, do not pay for it, because it is not going to heal you. Throwing supplements and a short nutrition plan at you isn't going to heal you. You need an education plan that teaches you how to eat better and teaches you to reduce your toxicity in your life. So a proper cleanse will cleanse you of nutrition, of course, but also your toxins, and mentally and emotionally cleanse you. You need to cleanse what's going on in your body mentally and emotionally for you to actually be cleansed, because this is when we start, we have this excess adrenaline and cortisol from our past traumas or present traumas or stresses or whatever it is. We need to cleanse that too. So it's important that a cleanse involves all of those aspects. So some of the toxins that we are exposed to every day, we don't even mean to be exposed to them. They are in our society, whether we choose to or not. Like, I have my house as toxin-free as I possibly can. And, I might go shopping somewhere and I go to the bathroom and I wash my hands with their soap, stuff like that. You walk outside, there's air pollution, there's car pollution. You're putting petrol in your car, all of these things. You are exposed to toxins all day, every day, whether you mean to or not. So it should be a priority in your life at home to reduce those toxins because it's so important. Some of the toxins that I'm going to give you a list because some people don't realize, like, there's up to 80,000 different toxins that you could be exposed to on a daily basis. Mercury, air fresheners, scented candles, laundry detergent. Now, when you wear your clothes, it sits on your body. Your body releases oils. The pores open up. When you warm up, your pores on your skin open up and you start to absorb what's on your skin. So if you're washing your clothes in toxic laundry detergent or fabric softener, you sleep on your bed sheets, your blankets, your quilt covers, all of those things, you're washing them in toxic detergents. They are going into your body as well. Your underwear on the area of your body right near where your hormones produce and all those things. So we want to get rid of toxicity by just washing our clothes even. There's perfume. We spray that. Most men spray it right across their thyroid. Can we see what's happening here? Perfume, cologne, fungicides, pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, petrol, fertilizers, radiation, tap water. Tap water is full of chemicals unless you have a filter on it. I have a filter on my whole house. So any tap, including the front hose, the front yard hose, I have a filtration system on that because even washing yourself or, you go and have a bath and you're laying in the bath full of chlorine, full of fluoride, full of all these things that interrupt your endocrine system. Plastics, heavy metals, these are just some of the things. Makeup, I said that, dental products, hair products, every single day, soaps, body washes. We're using these things all the time. And people think that, oh, it's okay, it's just the soap or it's just the hair shampoo. When you exposing yourself all day, every day to this list of products, how do you expect your body to handle all of those chemicals? Our bodies are not made to detox that many chemicals every single day. And we wonder why we're exhausted. We wonder why our body's not functioning properly. We wonder why our immune system isn't effective anymore. Your immune system is going to be depleted if you have toxicity in your body because these toxins are floating around in your bloodstream. It's floating around in your lymphatic system, which is your defense mechanism. So if you've got toxins, a massive buildup of toxins floating around in your lymphatic system, how are you supposed to defend your body against a virus, a bacteria, whatever it is? So this is why you're picking up the flu all the time. So everybody is exposed to these toxins over a lifetime. Even before you're born, you can be exposed to these toxins by just a generation, like they can be generationally passed down through family lines. So, sometimes babies will have bad eczema or psoriasis. That's because they've had heavy metal passed down through their parents. Even when you're pregnant, you're passing on toxicity because you're breathing in toxins, you're putting them on your skin, you're ingesting them. So even before we're born, we are exposed to toxicity. Some of the symptoms of toxicity can be things like headaches, migraines, respiratory illness, poor gut bacteria, like good balance between the good and bad bacteria, digestive issues, hormone imbalances, liver issues. Now, a lot of health conditions relate to the liver anyway. So like autoimmune disease, all those sorts of things, oxidative stress, kidney issues, anxiety, depression, skin conditions in particular. Your body is trying to push the toxins out through your skin. Your body wants to get rid of this stuff. It doesn't like it. And so this is where you'll get bad psoriasis, eczema, because your body is trying to excrete all these toxins and they're coming out through your skin. Brain fog, memory, poor focus and concentration, ADHD, OCD, cancer, insomnia, shakes and tremors, tics, spasms, a lot of the restless legs, a lot of these can be put down to toxicity, particularly heavy metal toxicity. Heavy metal is in so many products. air pollution, a lot of heavy metal. We cook in metal, and when we know we've got a metal spoon and we're scraping the bottom of the pan, we're getting little shards of metal into our food every day. People drink and eat out of canned foods and canned drinks. So much metal in cleaning products, metal in makeup, skin products, loads of heavy metal, and that is extremely difficult to get out of your body. So how do we detox these chemicals out of our body? First of all, we've got to eat a clean diet, because foods like gluten, egg, dairy, soy, they will keep hold of these toxins in your body. They will feed, like they'll keep it in the cells of your body, in your liver. We want to get rid of some of those foods to help our body cleanse effectively. So that will help your liver, your gut health, your brain fog, all of these things. The other thing is we need to add in certain foods and herbs and all sorts of things to help us cleanse. Fruits and vegetables are the pinnacle of healthy eating. Meat as well, but they all, it's hard because meat, fruit and vegetables are heavily sprayed with pesticides, which have heavy metal in them. So eating organic when possible is awesome. Washing it doesn't get it off. Particularly, I see this a lot on Facebook and whatever, where people tell you to wash your produce, whether it be in dishwashing liquid or apple cider vinegar. Do not wash your fruit and vegetables in apple cider vinegar, please, because on the outsides of fruits, vegetables, herbs, plants, we have what we call elevated biotics. Now, this is what helps your gut bacteria. It helps cleanse your body. And if we are washing it in apple cider vinegar, it is going to take all of that off. You are reducing the effectiveness of your food by washing it in apple cider vinegar. Now, I've done an experiment and washed an apple in apple cider vinegar, and that apple deteriorated really quickly. So if you are going to wash your fruits and vegetables in apple cider vinegar, you want to eat them immediately. But you are going to deplete a lot of the nutrients by doing that method. Wash them in filtered water, but if you can get as organic as possible. I mean, I know it's hard because it's expensive. I'm lucky. Here I have a local farmers market. I go and get my produce from there. It's organic. But not everybody has access to that. And I know that the organic fruit and vegetables in the supermarket is really expensive. So as organic as you possibly can. But as long as you're eating fruits and vegetables and meats, I try and get grass-fed beef and lamb. I've bought a whole lamb with my family, like my brother and my parents. We invested in a whole lamb. It gets cut up, and we've had that because we know where it came from. We sourced it, it's as clean as possible. These are the things that sometimes you just got to spend a little bit of extra time doing. And it's cheaper to buy a whole animal than it is to go to the supermarket or the butcher and get a couple of bits of steak today and a couple of bits of whatever else tomorrow. It's a lot cheaper to get the whole animal. And not everybody can store it either. I've got a large freezer, but it was well worth it. It tastes better, it looks better, and we know that there's a lot less chemicals in it. So in the home, what I always suggest with my clients is just make one change at a time. It's the same with everything. Make one change at a time. So don't go into your cupboards unless you can afford it and take everything out, absolutely everything out, and go and purchase everything else and put them back in the cupboards. That's all natural. What I suggest is starting with your deodorant, because deodorant's one of the most toxic things, and you're putting it on under your armpits where your lymphatic system is trying to detox a lot of things, and it's trying to push chemicals out of your body, and you're shoving them back in. So deodorant is really important. Now, this triggers a lot of people. Perfume and cologne, get rid of it. It's full of about 200 toxic chemicals per bottle. So a lot of people are so attached to their perfume, and I've understood why a lot of the time, because Our sense of smell is directly connected to our emotional center of our brain. When we smell something, it evokes a memory. So if somebody important has given us this bottle of perfume, we often think of that person. So if your nan who has passed away gave you this bottle of perfume, or your nan may have wore that perfume, it means something to you. And so it's really hard to let go of that perfume. But because when you smell it, you think of her. It evokes a memory and it evokes an emotion. You think about your nan, you feel warm and fuzzy, you feel happy. But what you're also doing is causing a lot of health issues in your body. And like I said, most of us, even if you, most of us spray it on our thyroid, but even if you spray it on your clothes, it doesn't matter. It's still going into your body. It's absorbing into your skin. You are inhaling it. Get rid of it, throw it out. And that will take you a lot of time for a lot of people. Perfume and cologne is really difficult to get rid of. And it sounds silly, but I know there'll be a lot of people here going, I'm not getting rid of my perfume. So the other thing I suggest, so there's three things: the perfume, the deodorant, or an all-purpose cleaning spray. I just use half vinegar, half water, and lemon essential oil, or whatever. Or I might use a bit of Castile soap in that as well, depends on what I'm cleaning. But that is a cheap and effective way to clean absolutely anything. I have noticed how expensive cleaning products are in the supermarket, and I make all my own stuff. I am a single parent with a business, so I am busy because people say to me, I don't have time. That's rubbish. Like, I don't spend time in the cleaning section of the supermarket inhaling all the chemicals and the smells, and it saves me a fortune. Like dishwashing tablets, between $30 and $50 for like 30 tablets. How insane is that? Who can afford this? I make my own dishwashing tablets, or sometimes I just make it into a powder and I scoop it into the dishwasher, and it costs me about $5, and I get, about 30 washes out of that. So it's not just good for your body to start to detox your chemicals, it's good for your wallet. So I make my own foaming hand soap. It takes me about 10 seconds. I put a bit of Castile soap, a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, some essential oils, and some filtered water. That's it. I have the little pump bottle that I refill all the time. All my spray bottles are glass because I'm trying to reduce plastic, because we end up with a lot of plastic in our body as well, which interrupts and disrupts our endocrine system. So detoxing the house is important. You can't change what is outside the house, but you can change what is inside the house. So I take stuff with me too. Like I have a hand spray, so I can spray down surfaces. I have that in my handbag, or I can spray my hands. I don't use hand sanitizer in shops. That is highly toxic. That stuff I've done a video on this before on my Facebook page, but there is no scientific evidence that that stuff works. I have gone on pubmed.gov, and there were studies done, and the percentage of how it actually worked was, most of them was 0%. The highest products, so there was like 12 or 22, no, there was 22 hand sanitizers tested. Most of them was 0% effective. The highest was like 8%. So what it does when you put hand sanitizer on your hands, it kills the good bacteria as well as, so effectively you are reducing your immunity by using hand sanitizer. It doesn't kill the bacteria. It doesn't do anything. I've looked at the studies. We are all sucked in by marketing. We are all sucked in by, these pharmaceutical companies going around saying, all these companies, whatever they are, going around saying this is going to help kill all these germs. It's a load of crap. It doesn't do anything, and it causes toxicity in your body. So carrying some of your own stuff all the time is beneficial. I carried mine all the way through COVID. I gave my kids hand sanitizer to take to school, and they informed their teacher that they would not be using theirs. So we've reduced our chemicals with 3. 3 different types, whether it be the perfume, whether it be the deodorant, whether it be the all-purpose cleaner. Start with one of them, then move on to the next one, then move on to the next one. What I suggest is with my clients, once you run out of something, maybe toothpaste, it may be some form of makeup, it might be hand soap. Once you run out of that, get a natural version. Get something that's not going to be toxic to you. Make sure you learn toxic ingredients. If you don't know what is toxic or not, Google it. You can find, it'll tell you whether it's a natural ingredient or not. You need an ingredient that is natural. If it's chemically made, it's 99% probably toxic to you. So it's important to learn what ingredients are and learn how to read ingredients. Like if you look on the back of some things and there's 1,000 ingredients with, you can't even pronounce the names of most of them, probably put it back on the shelf. But there is a natural product for pretty much everything. I have detoxed my whole house, my whole makeup cabinet, hair products, shampoo, conditioner, you name it. We have a natural product for it. So you can get them. It's just building up over time. Once you get rid of one, then use the next one, like buy another one that's natural. It's a simple process. And I find it saves me a lot of money because I make a lot of the stuff myself. You don't have to do that. I have come up with an ebook. If you go onto my website, naomishomehealth.com, and you go to shop, there is an ebook there called DIY Non-Toxic Recipes. Grab yourself a copy of the ebook and start making the products in there. All the ingredients in there cross over to other products. So you're not going to buy 700 ingredients and make one product out of it. All the ingredients, like you might buy some ingredients to start off with, but most of them are in all the products anyway. So you can make loads of different products with the ingredients that I have suggested. So just because the label says it's natural as well on a product doesn't mean it's non-toxic. It may have some natural ingredients in it, but then it's also got toxic ingredients in it. So this is why it's important to learn what ingredients are. So how do we get it out of our body? How do we get these toxins out of our body? Firstly, we stop using them for a start. Then foods like herbs are really good. Adding herbs to your food is really important. They are really good at detoxing, particularly coriander and parsley. Add as much of that to your day as you can. Also like baby spinach, lettuce, things like that. They help. They sweep the digestive system, right? Atlantic sea vegetables. You've got kelp, dulse, sea moss, stuff like seaweed, stuff like that. They will actually pick up heavy metals, hold onto it and take it out and eliminate it out of your body for you. They are fantastic. So you can't flush toxins out of your body by purchasing a product that says, here we go, here's a cleansing product and it's going to flush all these toxins out of your body. Doing a juice cleanse, doing all these things, it's not going to work. You need to eat those certain foods. You need to celery juice in the morning, lemon water in the morning is going to help flush these things out of your body as well. It's going to get your liver working better. So your liver will start to detox easier, will work in conjunction with your kidneys, and you'll start to actually cleanse a lot of this stuff out of your body. You'll find your brain fog will start to reduce. You'll find your skin starts to look better. You'll look less aged. You will be less dehydrated. Toxins dehydrate us at a cellular level. So I look at the fitness industry, right? And they're telling everyone you've got to drink 3 liters of water every day. If you're drinking water out of the tap, you're actually not doing a lot. It's very dehydrating, tap water, because of all the chemicals in it. But then you're drinking 3 liters of it. You're going to flush out a lot of your vitamins and minerals. Filtered water, as I said, is important, but water itself is not going to flush anything out, and it will actually dehydrate you in the end. So getting rid of these toxins with foods, apples are a great one as well. They will actually rehydrate your body and help you absorb living water from the plants that you're eating, the fruit that you're eating, and help you become more hydrated at a cellular level. So toxicity is a major factor in oxidative stress, and it is a major factor in your illness right now. And if you are not reducing your toxins, you're only halfway there. You cannot just rely on nutrition and supplements. And I'm going to keep saying this to you until it sinks in, because this is an educational podcast, and I'm telling you this for a reason. It's not like I just bang on about it because I'm a hippie or whatever I've been called in the past. It is because it works. It is because it's the right way to go about your health. So this topic is extremely important, extremely. If you want to remain healthy and you want to feel better and you want your healing to keep on moving forward. If this podcast or this episode has resonated with you, please make sure you follow. Please share it with people, because we want to help as many people as possible. And, you know, getting it out there is so important to me, and I really appreciate your support. So next week, the episode is going to be about the impact of exercise on your healing. Something that may trigger some people. I have serious PTSD from how I got over my exercise. Like, I was a gym fanatic, sports fanatic. Like, I was doing a lot of exercise when I got sick, and when I had to give it up, it caused a lot of issues, mental health issues with me. But I've learned a lot. So I get to teach you how to, like, the impact of different exercise and how to recover. And then you may be able to get back to doing what you need to do. So join me for that podcast, episode 9.